What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Monday Conversations. Today I will be doing a video about YouTube drama. As you can see from the title, before this video starts, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video. Okay, so as y'all can see on my channel, I have been doing a lot of hair reviews, like, vlogs, bigger things, because I haven't really had time to give my opinion on things because the college has been stressing me out. But today I done got caught up on all of the drama, which I have been watching videos periodically, but this is the first time I'm giving my opinion on everything that's been going on. So, if you have not seen the video Victor posted, and I think his YouTube is Vicmram or something, I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's a weird spelling. He posted a video about his perspective of the whole Kenneth, Cameron Lester, and him, Victor, going to LA. Everybody knows when they first moved to LA, they got an apartment and they got evicted. It was a big thing, and nobody ever like fully knew the whole story. Kenneth, like, he's very into his brand, which is very smart. He wasn't going to address it because he's definitely a bigger YouTuber. I would never take that from him. But he would, in a makeup tutorial, might say one little shady thing, or the end of videos, throw something out there. But ultimately, nobody ever talked about it as a whole. Cameron, he might have been more open about it. Cameron and Victor are more open about it, but nobody really sat down and gave a full story until now. So if you have not seen that video on Victor's channel, his name is Vicmram, but just type in my perspective and you will see it. So, you might want to start that video and watch that first, because you're not going to know what I'm talking about. But basically, like I said, Kenneth, Cameron Lester, and Victor, they all moved to an apartment in LA. It was like $4,350 per month, which is a lot of money for people, just moving. Kenneth is more established, but even for him, that was a lot of money just to be paying. So basically, which was really weird, this is their payment situation. Kenneth was paying like $2,400, and then, or basically $2,000, and the rest of them were paying like $1,000 and $1,000. So it was just like, okay, well, I understand why, because Kenneth is the bigger YouTuber, and that's why he agreed to pay that amount. But it's like, who does that? Like, if I moved in with 3 people, we need to be paying the same price. But I understand they were better friends, and that's what happens when you put like your business and friendship together. Because I'm not gonna stay with you. I could understand if you had a down bad situation. Yes, I can help you out. But me paying $2,000, you paying $1,000, no, that doesn't make any sense for somebody to bear that. Bear that weight by themselves. So when they say he fell behind payments, I kind of understand. Even though Kenneth sound like, I don't know the full story. I'm just going off what Victor said. For people come, because by the time I make this video, HeFlawless could make a video, which I don't think he will, but if he does and has another form of the story, I'm just saying what Victor said. But I could kind of understand why he was falling behind on his payments, because that's a lot of money to pay by yourself, even if you are a big YouTuber. And they had a down deposit. They had to put down a deposit for the apartment because they all had bad credit, and that was like $13,000 they had to pay. And Kenneth put up $9,000 by himself, while the others put 1,000 some 600 something basically. And I'm just looking at this video like, wow, that's crazy. But okay, if you put yourself in that situation and you are agreeing to pay the bigger amounts, which, and my point was so stupid, because I think y'all should have kept looking until y'all got everything everybody could afford, because it doesn't make sense for you to pay so much money. Oh, I gotta burp now. It don't make sense for y'all to pay so much money and your roommates don't got it. And Kenneth, if you know that they weren't on your level, you shouldn't be living with them. I'm sorry. Like, I know Kenneth didn't want everybody want to live lavish, and Victor and Cameron want to live lavish too. But if you know you don't have enough money to live lavish, you can't do it, boo. Y'all should have got a small apartment, Kenneth, if you didn't want to live there, because you do make the money to live a better, like, you could have went somewhere with other YouTubers that made your amount of money, like you and Zachary, and got a nice place. See how that's working out? Both of y'all have the same, well, I think Kenneth got more subscribers, but both, I'm getting tongue-tied. Both of y'all have about the same range of subscribers, so both of y'all are a good compatible thing. Okay, a lot of people say that's about to, because Kenneth go and he mess up all his relationships, and he said that's about that friendship gonna end too. But I don't know. I really like Zachary, and I hope Kenneth don't mess with Zachary because I love him. And it's just crazy because you know how your parents used to tell y'all, okay, you didn't have a problem with her. You need to look at yourself and see what your problem is, because if you constantly have a problem, and even myself, I've seen that, like other people, or if I have a problem with three of my friends and in a, like one little situation, I'm like, okay, stand back and say maybe I'm the problem, you know. And if you having problems with different people and it's constantly happening, you might be the problem, baby, because it doesn't make no sense. Ever since I think the first conversation he had with Star, but I wasn't following him on YouTube, so it was Star. And then he had a problem with, I think, Aaliyah J. And then there was a problem with Scott Santana, Justin Marcus, who else? Cameron Lester, Victor, which I didn't even know they had a problem until Victor. I knew they had a problem by the way they all moved out and moved their separate ways and never talked again. But I didn't know it was such a big problem. So Victor goes on in the video and says how Kenneth is so irresponsible with his money. He spends on makeup. He goes to eat every day. And I'm like, go to eat every day? That's a lot. Like, when you eat out every day, like, I had to buy some groceries the other day. Because when you start eating out, that stuff really adds up. It really adds up. And it was so funny. In the video, Cameron called him out because they were recording him, which I think is a little strange. But I understand y'all are recording him for the protection of yourselves. But to be honest, to me, because I'm finna look at this in every, which way. Even though I think Kenneth is mostly wrong, but you sitting there recording people, it feels like userish. How do you say a user? Because I'm not finna sit here and record me and my friend having an argument unless I know I'm finna make a video about it, But he said that he was recording their arguments only on soul basis. So Kenneth would say, oh, you didn't say that, you never said that. So I do understand where he's coming from there, but it seemed like a lot of secret recording going on. And like, if you know you're not gonna make no video about it later, why would you sit there and try to record your friend? But Cameron called Kenneth out for spending so much money, telling him it adds up. Kenneth was just like, I don't even spend as much money as I used to. And Victor agreed, but they were still like, you're not spending money like you months behind on rent. It's a different type of spending you should be doing if you're months behind. You shouldn't be spending all the time, which I definitely agree with. And Kenneth kind of sounded like, because they had, I'm telling y'all, go watch that video. It was an actual recording. Kenneth was like, you're right. And they even agreed to change the amount of rents they paid, because Kenneth was paying like $2,000, like I said. They were paying like $1,000 each. So it's like they would give him the money, they split electricity or, utilities in threes, but it was in Kenneth's name. And they would just, I think they said Venmo or Cash App, some app like that. They would just send him the money and go about their day. And Victor was talking about how the lights would get cut off, or how the gas bill wouldn't be paid, just like very irresponsible things. And that's why I feel like you shouldn't rush into moving in with, I know we all want to move in with our friends. I had a problem with my roommate one time. Like, don't rush into things, because at the end of the day, it could really hurt y'all friendship, and like their friendship is over. So Victor goes on to tell, like, his problem with Kenneth arose from him talking about Cameron. And I feel like this is the part where even if you go on Cameron earlier videos, he tells that his friend told another one of his friends that he had HIV before he got the chance to tell his friend. And I feel like that is very serious. Like, even me, if I'm telling my friend just a small little secret, like, okay, I like this boy or something like that, I don't even want you to tell that. Like, okay, I can tell them when I want to. But something like HIV, that is very, very, I think it's illegal to disclose somebody's information anyway. But I don't know. Don't quote me on that, because I never dealt with something like that, and I'm not trying to be funny right now. But I can't believe, and I really think Kenneth would do something like that, because the stuff he says, like, it's very malicious. Like, I always notice that, like, what he says to people is very hurtful. Like Scott Santana, oh, you still up with your mama, blah, blah, blah. Cameron, Like, even if you go back, it's a video. It's still online too. It's about search like Kim Lester versus HeFlawless. It's like a live, and somebody screen recorded it, and they was just talking about him, how he's using HIV to like further his career on YouTube, which Cameron has. Don't get me wrong now, he has been getting a lot of views since, you know, his HIV, which I ain't gonna lie, I watched the videos because it's interesting, you know, to learn more about it, because I don't know, you know, before him I didn't know as much as I did about it. So watching the videos are informational, and I can tell that that's more attractive than the stuff. I don't even remember what he used to do on YouTube, but he has been getting a lot of followers. But to say someone is using something like HIV, like, come on now, it's HIV. I don't think many people just gonna get HIV for the clout, or, you know, who does that? Okay, let me get HIV so I can get a lot of views. Like, that don't even make sense. But it just was very disgusting to me, because for somebody to say something like that, they claim they used to be your friend. Like, even if me and my friend fell out about a situation, I would not use like their downfalls against them. Like, we can argue like about the situation, how you was wrong in this or wrong in that, but don't go and talk about somebody's diseases, or, you know, things like that. So that was that. You know, they had always threw little pity patties at each other. Cameron, it's like his videos sometimes are very hard to watch, because he has this like very boring voice. Like, he talks like, say if I did this whole video, like, yeah guys, I have HIV. No, let me not say. No. But it's just very like a monotone voice. Like, I can't explain it. If you go watch some of his early videos, and he is doing much better. Don't get me wrong, he is doing much better. But if you watch his earlier videos, like, you probably will fall asleep watching them. Like, I used to watch his videos and then take a nap, because it's just he uses the same tone of voice. So let me get back to the video, y'all. I done got off track. So Vic, he's talking about how HeFlawless was irresponsible in spending, how the stuff used to get cut off, and Victor, what was the last straw for him is HeFlawless. Let me stop saying. Kenan, what he would do is, their rent was due on something. Their rent was due on yada yada. Say your rent due on the 3rd, right? What HeFlawless was doing, I keep calling him HeFlawless. What Kenneth was doing, he would take the rent and he would not have the money in the account, but he would post it, and it would, his money would bounce basically. So he would keep, like, over a 3-day period, because it took 3 days to process or something. But basically, what he was doing is, he didn't have no money in the account, and he was, you know, trying to pay it. So by that time they realized you don't have the money, it bounces, and then he would wait till he get paid. So ultimately, it's gonna have to charge you a late fee. You know, you're going months behind. He's getting behind. Victor was talking about how they were, you know, about to get evicted, and then they got the choice of, what did they get the choice of? Oh, they got the choice of leaving without an eviction or getting evicted, basically. And Cameron and Victor, they wanted to leave, but I don't think HeFlawless wanted to. And what really made me upset was when Victor was like, it got to a point where HeFlawless was basically like, Victor could, at, you know, this point, he could sit back and realize it was like, if I'm going down, like, this was what Kenneth perspective. If I'm going down, everybody going down. And if you have a friend like that, if the people are telling us we are months behind, y'all can leave right now, and there won't be nothing on your credit. Everybody goes, you know, away, scot clean, basically. And one friend is like, nah, I'm straight. And you're looking like, you don't have the money, you know. And those type of people are very, very, very bad. And I pray I don't never run into somebody like that, because you really don't have so much disregard for your life that you would damage somebody else's. That's very, very, I don't even know what to say about that. But it was like Kenneth was digging himself into deeper and deeper and deeper holes, which I definitely believe, because it was one part where Victor was saying that, you know your friends that got Amazon Prime, and I have gave my friends some money to order something But luckily, I just cashed out them the money so they can put it on their card. But you know, your friends, they got Amazon Prime. So, oh, girl, let me order this. You know, so it come faster because you got the Amazon Prime. And your friends be like, okay. You know, that situation wasn't sketchy to me because I've heard that all the time. So, Victor said he ordered a bed, I think, on his mom's card or something. And, you know, everything was smooth. He got the bed, blah, blah, blah. Nothing wrong with that. But it was on Kenneth's account, right? But after that, his mom calls him, you know, some months later and like, hi, have you been using my car? And he's like, no, I haven't been using your car. She was like, oh, okay, because there's like $2,000 coming into LA. So it probably made him look very bad with his mom because he's like, no, I haven't used your car. But you got packages coming to LA. So his mom probably was looking at him crazy or he was embarrassed by that because my mom would have been like, now Jada, why you lying? But anyway, so he confronts Kenneth about it. And in the text, like that's why I say you gotta watch the video. Kenneth, he doesn't lie about it. He says, "Oh my gosh, it was an honest mistake. I didn't even know. I need to pay attention what my default is." And I was thinking back to my Amazon account. Every time, maybe it's because I do have Amazon Prime now that I think about it, but they still give me an option to select which card I, you know, can pick. But maybe it's different because he live in LA, different app. I don't know. Every time I do an Amazon, y'all comment below. Every time I do an Amazon order, it don't matter. Like they still let me. Like I got 3 cards on there because I've had like 3 different cards since I've had Amazon, and they still, you know, list it. And yes, it is a card as default, but I can still see my other 2 choices. So maybe let's erase everything I just said. Maybe he didn't pay attention. You know, he's spending a lot because even Cameron said he had packages coming 3 to 4 times at a time. Like that's a lot of packages. But maybe he didn't know. Even if you didn't know that was your default, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He thought that was his car. How do you not see that you are spending? Okay, when you go about your daily life, you say, "Oh my gosh, okay, I just spent 50 at this store. I just spent 30 here. I just spent 40 here." And then at the end of the day, you go to your bank account. Let me make sure this right. So you go on your banking app or whatever, and you say, "Okay, this money." Like, cause I be looking like, "Oh my gosh, they haven't took that out yet." Like, how do you not notice $2,000 still in your account when you've been spending that much money? That's where I don't agree. And people in the comments was like, yeah, you know, that could be a default card. Like, that could have been an honest mistake. But somebody has to be very irresponsible to not see $2,000 gone or still there in his fact. So that really, like, at first I was like, yeah, that's kind of excuse, but that's not excuse at all. And they was just all the recordings. They was just running all the tea because it was one part where they was arguing and Cameron was trying to confront HeFlawless about, you know, the management people are the ones that was telling them about Kenneth's scheme of not paying the rent and letting it bounce until he could get the money. And when they tried to confront him, Cameron tried to confront him, he was like, Kenneth was like, oh, I can prove it. I got bank statements, but they don't go back to September or something he was trying to say. And Cameron was like, oh my gosh, that just sounds like excuses. And y'all know Kenneth's voice when he started yelling and stuff. He went off and he was like, no, it's not excuses. What do you want me to do? I can't go back that far. It's not my it's not my fault. And it's just like, if you trying to prove to your friends, because this is not no play, this is really y'all about to get evicted. If I was trying to prove to my friends, I'll be calling the bank, which I could go on my app all the way back to like forever in my bank statements, because you know stuff is getting really electronic, so you can go and pull up some bank statements, especially from a couple months, like a year. They usually keep the year. So I was trying to figure out why he couldn't pull up a bank statement from a month or 2 ago. But he was saying he couldn't, and he was snapping on like Cameron, and I just felt so bad. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta do it all the time. I couldn't do it. But okay, let's get into some more things in the video. So Victor, at one point, he told why he wasn't friends with Kenneth's other friends, which is Zachary, Miley Carter, and I love Miley Carter. So if you see this video, don't be mad at me because I'm not talking about you bad. Basically, Miley, and I missed this video, and I watched all her videos. Miley was saying how Victor had sex with Mac Daddy, Nikita, and who was the last one? I don't know. It was 3 big YouTubers, and he was saying that he was using that to advance in the industry. And Victor was saying, if I was doing all that, I should be Jeffree Star by now or something like that. And he was just saying that, first of all, he didn't even, do all those things with all those 3 people. He was like, it was only one person he did something with, and that wasn't true. So I don't know really what to believe that. Y'all can take that and infer, but that kind of flew over my head. Like, okay. But he was just saying how, that showed him that Kenneth was still talking about them, because like if I'm talking about you, and wait, no, I say to you, I'm sorry, and I'm telling you, okay, I'm not gonna talk about you no more. And my friends post videos and be like, yeah, and that's why you blah 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 blah, and then I'm telling you I'm sorry, you gonna come back to me like, I only told you that, so you must still have a problem with me. You see what I'm saying? Like, you still telling other people my business, and you over here telling me I'm sorry. So it's like, come on, what's the truth? And Victor, at one point I think he got fed up and he bumped Kenneth at an event, and Kenneth didn't even do nothing, but Zachary, like, they was in the comments like, Zachary is his little watchdog, like, all that. And how Kenneth can't even, do things by himself. And it was just a mess, child. So I want y'all to comment, because this video is probably long by now. I want y'all to comment about how y'all feel. Do y'all think Kenneth is the one in the wrong? Do y'all think Victor and Cameron is the one in the wrong? Because I do agree that $2,000 for one person, and y'all over here paying $1,000 and blah blah blah, or one person was paying like $950. Y'all paying these type of prices, but he did agree to it. So it's like, the whole situation itself is like, who would agree to do that? But I hope y'all enjoyed my video. Hit the subscribe button and like. Thank you all, and have a wonderful day.